Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Going to have a ton of fun talking college baseball, college basketball. NBA is getting ready for the All-Star break and some soccer. You know we're going to get down. But as always, before we look forward, we have to look back. And what are we doing splitting up Jimmy Butler? I don't know why I did it. It's been riding all week. I have no idea why I stopped. Because it hit. The combo did, but the over 5.5 assists did not. Jimmy Butler ended up with 8 rebounds, 4 assists, so he would have hit the over 11.5. I'm a dummy. And then App State, Coastal Carolina, 110. What in that? App State, I'm done with you. I'm just kidding. I like you. But that was a tough one for sure. Okay, now, Big James Sites. Good to see you, bro. Absolutely. It has been a couple weeks, man. Glad to have you back. You know, Seth, yep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Brother, you're 100%, man. You're right. I don't know why I did it, but we learn from our mistakes. Keep that thing popping. All right. If you haven't joined the Discord, do that. Scan that QR code right there. It's free. If you've never used Discord before, it's a lot like Slack. If you use it at work, it's essentially a chat room, all right, that just keeps things popping, man. Organized. It's real nice. Come join it for free. Think you're going to have a lot of fun. What you're also going to have a lot of fun with is getting straight to it. You know, it's time to get to the picks. Let's go. Bradley Betts, my good man. How we doing, sir?
Doing great, AB. Good Friday. Ready for this weekend. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there.
Happy Valentine's Day indeed. All right. I not married, no kids, nothing. So yeah, happy Valentine's Day to I guess ESPN behind me. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to everybody coming up to the plate. All right. Get ready. Fing. Oh God, I can't wait. College baseball's back. But what hasn't left is soccer, my man. You got some picks or a pick and some thoughts for us. Break it down what you got, buddy.
Yep. We're headed to the English Premier League today, and we are on half unit play. We have had a lot of issues this week with a lot of uncontrollable things in the footy world, referee decisions. The pitch is wrong. We have a lot of personnel that are not making some of these lineups. So we want to be very careful, which is why we're on this one pick for half a unit. While we continue to assess the slate, we will pick up the picks when the slate gets a little more regular. We don't want to throw out a whole bunch of stuff that we're not confident in. We're coming in when we're confident. So we're on a half unit play again in the English Premier League. Brighton and Chelsea today. Brighton come in scoring in 29 of 33. That's 88% of matches, regular scores. They're also regular conceders. It's 29 of 37 competitive matches. That's 78%. You love to see those numbers on both ends. They also hit the over quite frequently. They hit it in 15 of the last 18 that hit both teams to score. So they tend to shoot that over. And also they get out to a really good start. And that's really important if you're looking for goals. Over 0.5 first half goals in Brighton matches have hit in 24 of 29, 83%. So over 4 out of every 5 are hitting. You love to see that on the scoring, conceding, as well as the early goals and total goals. So then let's also look at Chelsea. Chelsea are coming in scoring in 44 of 49. That's 94%. Regular scorers, they love to play a nice open brand of football. Honestly, both sides do, which is why we have targeted this match. And they've also hit or conceded in 35 of 39 away. That's 90%. 9 out of every matches for Chelsea in the last 30, or 9 out of every 10 in the last 39 have hit that, or have had a goal conceded. And that's very important. They also tend to shoot that over. In 34 of 40, both teams to score also hit the over. So both teams trending really well. And as well as Chelsea, they love first half goals as well. 15 of their last 16. Both teams coming out at a hot start. Hopefully we can get a bunch of goals nice and early. And in case one team hits that red card, which is why we're also at that 2.75, we can be saved with that 3 goals by one team. So today we're going for Brighton and Chelsea over 2.75 on the Asian total.
Nice. Beautiful. Well done. A lot of stats there. A lot of good information. I like it. What's going on the board behind us there? What do we got? Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, the Saudi Arabian League has actually been pretty wild. The over 2.5 is hitting above 70%. You love to see that type of numbers, but specifically with Saudi Arabia, we're seeing late goals. Past that 70-plus minute in 22 of the last 30 matches, we've seen a goal. And that tends to be around 125 to 145. And a lot of those goals in the plus 70 plus are actually hitting those totals. So and a lot of those Saudi matches, you don't even necessarily want to drop in pre-match. You're getting a lot of opportunity during the match. And if we see a trend like that, we're just going to continue to work through dropping in on those late goals. I mean, almost 75% of those matches have one. So it's almost no brainer at this point. Late goals in Saudi, they like to push out. And typically, they're not as worried about the defense. And there's a lot of better attackers in the league than there are defenders at this point. So I think that there's a number of reasons why, but that right there is a continuing trend that we see in Saudi.
Indeed. Look, you said dropping in, all right, on the fixture. It made me think of like we were a bunch of Army Rangers dropping in, like we were coming from Fort Campbell. And speaking of that, all right, I bring that up because Lisa Rodriguez, hello, AB from Clarksville, right down the road there. I cashed for the stat of the day, Gonzaga over. Nice, man. Nice. I love it. Absolutely. It continues to ride. I'm glad that you hit it for sure. And shout out Clarksville. Always big up there. Love it for sure. Okay. Now, got some other picks here, and I'll bring these up. Keep myself right here on the screen. All right. Fly Dad. All right. Morning, fellas and ladies. Yeah, my big brother. What up? Woo, Fly Dad. Let's go. Taking us to the promised land. I hope so. Let's go and get it. All right. These are all college baseball. All right. It'd be nice if these were college basketball totals. They'd be real sweet. We could hit these in the first 3 minutes. All right. We're going to go Campbell. All right. The Camels, baby. Taking on UC Santa Barbara. We're going to take that over 9.5 minus 115. I found all these at DraftKings, but BetMGM, they've got a lot up. ESPN Bet has a lot up. I'm not sure on FanDuel, but yeah, for sure. And yes, in the chat, Gipper, I got your text. I apologize. I am running on absolute fumes this week. I actually slept for the first time last night in 3 days, and I'm not kidding on that. Yeah. I'll text you after the show, but yeah, come on this afternoon for sure. We need those UFC picks. All right. So next game, we're going to go Louisville, Texas. All right. Now we're already on Texas on the money line here in a parlay with TCU. We're going to take Louisville and Texas on the over 10.5 at minus 115. Oh, big shout out. Bert 985 says Fanatics has baseball up as well. Awesome. There you go. Yeah, we're going to take Louisville, Texas over 10.5. We're going to take Arizona and Ole Miss over 10.5. I know we're on Arizona on the money line singularly, but we're going to take Arizona, Ole Miss over 10.5. And we're going to take Clemson, Oklahoma State over 10.5. These two were wagons hitting the ball, man. They would drive. Oh, John says ESPN has run lines for college baseball. There we go, for sure. So those are the 4 that we're going to take. Omar says on a 3-day bender, bro, you have no idea. Like, I've been going hard in the paint for 7 days a week for like 5 months. I am dead tired, but we continue. We do not stop. All right. We do not stop at all because there's no way. You keep showing up in the chat. I'll keep showing up right here. Brad keeps doing the same as well. So, yeah. AB can't find North Carolina. Oh my goodness, man. All right, so those are the 4 that we had. Now, if you missed the show yesterday, all right, the overs here. So we added these in. Like I said, Arizona money line. That money line has gone to minus 120. Not too bad. TCU money line, Texas money line plus 175. And then Duke money line and North Carolina money line minus 120. And Scott brought up a good point yesterday in the afternoon show. Yes, I will get all of these graphics in the Discord after each morning show. So, yeah, Scott, great point, and I have got you covered there. So those are the picks that we have. Any thoughts on college baseball, Brad? You like it?
I love the sound of the barrel. That's about it, honestly.
Yeah,
I got nothing else. I don't know a player. I know that there was that guy last year for Florida who just couldn't stop hitting dingers. And yeah. I know it was Indiana State. Was it last season that just was mashing?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and the dude from Florida, Jack Caglione, and he's a pitcher as well. Like, this dude threw like, oh yeah, dude, he's one of the best pitchers in the country. You know who else? Were 2 hellaciously awesome college baseball players. Jameis Winston, no lie, cannon. A.J. Brown. Go look at A.J. Brown at Ole Miss. Dude, I mean, he's huge, like huge. Hell, he was a hell of a baseball player. And Ole Miss, that's not an easy baseball team to make. They got rings over there in Oxford, Mississippi. Yeah. A.J. Brown is a hell of an athlete, man. Look at Matty Ice. Cags in Kansas City. Dude, Caglioni's a monster, dude. An absolute beast. Absolute beast. And he's good, dude. He's going to look good in Royals uniforms, man. He's going to look sharp. All right. Yeah, look at John. Winston was a stud at Florida State. You damn right he was. Dude's got an arm. Okay. Now, Brad, we started a thing yesterday, all right, to where we merged the morning show, all right, with the afternoon show. And we've been talking, and you have an awesome idea in regards to soccer, and we're going to do that. We're going to start that next week because it's absolutely going to help. And I love, like, yeah, we call these games, but, like, they're fun, but they absolutely hit, like, or they absolutely help on getting more, cashes and all that, especially for guys like me who don't really know. And it just helps, like, grow the game. You know what I mean? So I just stumbled through all of that, but here's what we have. So we don't have it, like, so it's called the list, all right? And we'll have a list of picks, we'll have a list of props, and we'll have a list of parlay pieces. We don't have any NBA games today because of All-Star break, so we don't have any props because I can't bet college props here in Tennessee. Well, you're here too. You can as well. So the picks, here's what we have to choose from, and we'll go over this on the afternoon show, but we're kind of using the morning show here, part of it, to set up what we're kind of looking at today, doing our work on, and getting more, right? So yesterday, Maryland, Nebraska, we were trying to figure out, hey, we're going to go over, we're going to play this game. We didn't end up doing it and smashed the over. Absolutely smashed it, right? So Niagara in basketball, -1.5. And UCLA, Indiana over 139.5. That's what we're looking at there. Yeah, that's what we're looking at for sure. Tizzle. Hey, Tizzle absolutely knows. And Tizzle, you're going to be at some of the MLB Classic college baseball tournament that starts today. I believe you're going to be at some of these games, right? And he's right. Santa Barbara, absolute stud on the mound. Dude, Santa Barbara is a damn monster, man. An absolute monster. Matty says, "Hey, you called that Terps?" Yeah, you did, brother. You absolutely did, man. So the pieces, parlay pieces that we're looking at here. UC Santa Barbara baseball, money line, -270. Stanford, I know, they're always on the list, but Stanford, they're promising to be better this year. We'll see. Stanford money line, -220, could be a parlay piece. And Michigan baseball, +3.5 at -115. Playing against Virginia today. Virginia, obviously one of the best teams in the country. Michigan is no slouch in baseball. No slouch. And this early, +3.5. Let me tell you, man, Virginia, who you think Virginia like was in basketball, who they used to be, right? Defense, we're going to win, 65-58. That's kind of what they are in baseball. Now, they're not going out specifically trying to do that. But what I mean by that is Virginia has excellent pitching. Virginia has excellent bullpen. They can hit. Don't get me wrong. They can hit. But their approach is that they are arguably the most fundamental team year in and year out in baseball every year. They do not commit errors. They do not beat themselves. And they do not really look to get in shootouts, right? Like we saw last year, Tennessee and Florida State. Loved it. Georgia, loved it. Like you said, Indiana State, the Sycamores, loved it. Campbell baseball, loved it, right? Let's just mash bombs, get runs, and see how this thing turns out. Virginia's the opposite. They're like Duke in baseball. Arkansas in baseball saying, no, we have arms. We're going to use them, all right? And we're going to manage this game intelligently. We're going to beat you 6-2. Like, that's how they go about it. And every run that you get, you are absolutely going to have to earn all 4 bases in that, right? Vanderbilt, right? How Vanderbilt plays, all right? Just down the street from both of us, right? Tim Corbin loads up on arms, all right? Team goes station to station, all right? So anyways, long story short, but Michigan is not a bad baseball team, man. Absolutely not a bad baseball team. If you're giving me 3.5, something to work with, man. So take a look there. Those are our pieces. Will work. And everybody that has your own, like, not only drop them in, but bring them to the afternoon show, 3 p.m. Eastern, because like this is what we're going to work off of. Okay. So yeah, Tony says Vandy getting better in all sports. 100%, man. Like the basketball team, dude. It feels like back in the Kevin Stallings days, man. Vanderbilt, man, they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. Okay, so those are our that's our list. Now, so with that, Brad, I'm gonna throw it back to you because I've yapped way too much, and I will get the ticker going on here. All right. Soccer, set us up for the weekend. Okay. It's Friday. What are we looking at today? What are you looking at, Saturday, Sunday? And you don't have to go, in full, but just some games, teams, leagues. You kind of hit it on it earlier already. Break it down, man. Like a novice like me, what should I know? What are we looking at?
Well, first off, shout out Kevin Stallings and Jacob Stallings, his son. Went to middle school with Jacob in the pros catcher. Fantastic player and guy and family. So shout out to Stallings. But this weekend is a plethora going on. We have leagues all throughout the world, top leagues, which are back, and some new leagues like Japan and Poland, and various leagues will be in their first match back. So don't look to attack some of those new leagues. Wait a couple weeks. Attack some of those bigger leagues that have been playing for a while. However, we still have a lot of turnover within personnel and a ton of injuries. It feels like everybody seems to be injured this week, including my favorite team. We don't even have a striker. So if you're looking to bet Arsenal in the Premier League, be careful. Amongst a lot of other teams, you want to make sure that your lineups are in place for maybe another week or two. That's when we'll see some of that personnel turnover. But after that, we're going to get to a lot more regular behavior, a lot of regular lineups, bit more matches that we can actually attack and have some value on. But just look to be very careful again this weekend. We're coming off a very difficult cup slate. There are a lot of teams that will be returning, and a lot of those teams, if they were playing in the cup, they don't necessarily are going to be gung-ho and going forward and pushing and using all their energy, especially if they're going to have to play again. So any of those Champions League, Europa League teams, those teams, not only did they play and they're going to play this weekend, but they're going to play again midweek. So maybe some tired legs, maybe not as many attacks, a little more complacency. We just could possibly see some lower scores in between a lot of those big squads looking to just make sure they're healthy into these knockout fixtures for the Champions League and Europa League. I don't know if we lost AB. I don't know if I'm still.
No,
can you hear me?
Dude. No, sorry. I was filling up with water. And then I was filling up with water. All right. And my hand, it got wet. And the little trackpad on a laptop, if you get any water on it, it won't move. So I was taking my sleeve and I was rubbing it.
I thought I was frozen, to be quite honest.
No, I'm just a jerk. That's what it is, dude. I'm absolutely a jerk, man. Well done on that one. John says he needs to learn. He'll learn. All right, Hoss. All right, that was me. I deserve the negative one on that one. So we had a couple things in the chat. Seth says, "Do I see Stanford on this graphic?" Yeah, I know, dude. I know. They've been on the list for 2 years here. Let's see. Country. Got it. So picked a little logo, the sports pick next to the pick, though, to help out the son. Great idea. All right. We can do that. Also, in the chat, real quick. Kirk, got to go. Hospital mom's getting a pacemaker. Buddy, we're all praying with you. We're all with you. Keep us updated on that. And we're all thinking about you and your mama there. So, Kirk, please let us know and go give her some comfort, man. 100% for sure. Okay, let's see. Let me get the picks back up here on the screen. There we go. Okay. So let me read through them real quick, just for anybody new that dropped in, and then we're gonna jump out of here. Trying to keep this show short, so that we don't take up too much time for everybody, and we can continue this in the Discord after the show, and then obviously 3 p.m. Eastern for the final show of the day. So all these college baseball, and I got these at DraftKings. Campbell, UC Santa Barbara over 9.5. Louisville, Texas over 10.5. Arizona, Ole Miss over 10.5. And then Clemson, Oklahoma State over 10.5. Brad, what you got?
We're headed to the English Premier League, one of the top leagues in the world. Got the only matchup today, but a really great matchup between Brighton and Chelsea. They actually just played in a cup fixture, so that is something that you want to notate. And they hit 2-1. So they did hit these scores. They've also hit both teams to score in 9 of the last 10 times that they've played. They've hit over 2.5 in it was 8 of the last 9 that they've played. So not only are these teams hitting these numbers in their domestic competitions, but they're also hitting it in this matchup history. So we're going for that Brighton Chelsea over 2.75 Asian total, just in case we get one of those pesky red cards like we've seen so much this week. We're looking to try to avoid that when we see maybe some trends within that category. So try and just mitigate some of that risk as best as we can, looking for the best possible way to get green into your bank.
There we go. Look at it, man. Well done. Also, from yesterday's show, Arizona, these are all college baseball. Arizona money line, minus 110. I think it's gone to minus 120 now. TCU money line and Texas money line. Put those two together, plus 175. And then Duke, North Carolina money line. Put those two together at minus 120. Now, a couple things in the chat, then we will pop out of here. Big Dave Campbell, gone for a minute. Good to see you back, buddy. It's good to see you, man. I miss you. Hope all is well. Looking good, brother. Yeah. Hope everything's good, man. Glad to have you back, brother. Let's see. Elliot says, sorry I'm late. Let's have a day. Elliot, good to see you, my boy. For sure. My boy Wenzel stuck in Alcatraz. That was tough. Got a little 5 to 10 year bid in there. Hey, just jump in the water. I think he can make it. I think he can swim through. I think that is it. Oh, Seth, lastly, I'm going to try to jump on with you this afternoon, brother. My schedule's shut over. I was going to say, man, we missed you, buddy. Didn't want to press it. Obviously, don't want to, force anything on anybody, but we missed you, your beautiful mug right there on screen for sure. Okay. Brad, anything else before we get out of here, man?
Yeah, I saw a couple comments, but one specifically from my guy, Japan. I don't know if it was a question or if it was just his play, but he was looking at Girona team total. Girona is a team out of Spain. In the La Liga, they're taking on a team called Getafe today, Getafe. What you need to know about Getafe is they're one of the bottom performers as far as goals in La Liga, really in the world. They're hitting BTTS no like crazy. They're hitting that under 2.5 like crazy. You'll probably see that line somewhere around 2, maybe a little juice to that over 2.5. So just be very careful if you're looking to bet Girona. They're not hitting both teams to score. 8 of the last 22. They're hitting over 2.5 at 13 and 19. So they're trending, but Getafe's not. So just in that matchup, be very, very careful. They've hit both teams to score in over 2.5 in 0 of their last 2. So also goals are not trending in their matchup as well. So just be very, very careful.
La Liga. Yeah. Oh, sorry. That wasn't good. We don't need that at all. But you know what? We just want to get hype. All right. 0, been low, huh?
Right. Yeah, Getafe, I mean, you're going to get like 1, maybe 2 goals. Occasionally you'll get a 3, but what they're looking to do is to park the bus a bit and to just get by. They've had a decent run in La Liga thus far this season, and their play style just doesn't dictate goals. Girona's does, and if they're not able to find success, this could be just a bit of a stalemate. However, if Girona is able to find success and it's open, there could be goals. So it's one of those you look at live, but you got to know Getafe's not a good performer in the goals market.
We got to start using park the bus. That's a solid quote right there. Yep. I like it, man. I like it. All right, everybody. That will do it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, we'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern. College baseball starts today. I believe there's games starting at 11 a.m. Central. So make sure, check your books because they're going to go down. Wait, do we have a saddle up? I believe we have a saddle up. Zach and, well, I don't know what it is. You guys figure it out. However, we got to hit the music. All right, we've got one in the chat. Yeah, there we go. I love it, man. I love it. All right, everybody,
I
tune
do
in.
like that music.
Dude, it's solid, right? Yeah. 3 p.m. Eastern today. We will see you then. Until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we will see you this afternoon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!